talk.
Fucking sake, talking over the intro again. It's Basky. Welcome to the Town Alone Basketball and Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, the Don Hall of talking basketball. It's Tyler Carcara. Tyler, how you doing today?
Should I know who Don Hall is?
He directed Big Hero 6.
Okay, so I'm good, I think.
It's his only movie on Letterboxd over a 3.0.
Big Hero 6 is one of those movies that I definitely saw, definitely liked, but I have no memory of what it was.
I also have no memory of it, mostly because I haven't seen it, but I have no memory of Big Hero 6. Couldn't tell you what it's about. Couldn't
How
tell
is there
you.
no sequel? How's
Big
there no
Hero
Big
7?
Hero 7?
They really could have capitalized it. They could have called it Big Hero 6-7 and put it out last year.
Oh my God, you're so right. Oh my God. I remember this is a movie that everyone likes, and it presumably made money because it was a superhero movie in 2014. You know,
Is it a superhero movie? I guess I should have assumed that from Big Hero 6, but I thought it was mostly about a giant marshmallow man.
It is a superhero movie. It's about his brother, the main character's brother. It's like a techie superhero movie. Like most of the superpowers are like tech based, and
Okay.
it's like, hey kids, get into STEM. You know.
Okay.
And
So it's like the Incredibles for dorks.
Well, the big fluffy marshmallow guy was designed by the main character's older brother as like a nurse assistant, like to be used at a hospital. But he comes to find out he could use him to fight crime.
Does anyone bang the giant marshmallow guy?
No. I think it would be. I think he's made of like canvas and rubber. So
I'm not hearing
they
a
do
reason
like
why
sit
no.
on him. He is kind of a beanbag.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you know? Would Big Hero 6 have done good enough to get a sequel if they had banged the big marshmallow guy?
Made $700 million worldwide. Shocking
Jesus
they did not
Christ.
make a sequel.
Jesus. No wonder this thing was such a cultural touchstone. Don Hall also made Raya and the Last Dragon? Is that what it's called?
Another movie I saw, liked, don't remember any of.
Made Strange World in 2022?
Nope, that's a movie that does not exist.
That's that movie. It has a 2.7 on Letterboxd, and appears to have made a Winnie the Pooh movie.
Which one?
I don't know.
2011 one. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So there you go. That's I just
Movie 1 hour long. Winnie the Pooh, 2011.
Should we just sit down and watch that instead of doing the
short
podcast? Yeah. You want to just watch Winnie the Pooh from 2011 instead of
We
talking
could
about basketball?
watch 2011 Winnie the Pooh in less time than it'll take us to talk about NBA free agency.
We'll see about that. Well, Tyler, I could go through and just get everything knocked off the list. We could do Star Wars talk. We could talk about Balogun being out for the Belgian match.
Ben Quadnaros traded to the Sixers.
Yeah.
That Balogun red card, bullshit. America gets no respect, I tell you, in our own home. Something tells me these refs have it out for us.
I don't understand how red cards work. Because, if that was basketball, that was maybe a flagrant one.
Yeah, they're like, felt like they were playing the result. And I'm not saying this from, I know anything about basketball. I'm saying I don't know anything about soccer. It's like, I don't know anything about soccer. And to me, I'm like, I don't know. They kind of just ran into each other.
He stomps on his ankle.
But it felt like he was
looking at the ball. He was looking at the ball. How is that? How is that not a yellow card instead? I don't know. I don't get it.
It's definitely a foul. You can get it's definitely a foul. It wasn't no issue there. I just, in the NBA to get thrown off in one, a flagrant two is you have to be look at a guy in the eyes and be like, I'm going to kick you in the nuts, and then kick a guy in the nuts. You know what I mean?
And then the Cavaliers come back from 3-1 2016 and
yeah, exactly.
Not enough nut tapping in sports. I'll say that. I will say though, yesterday in that Bosnia and Herzegovina match, or no, it was the match before that. Who was England playing? England played
the Congo, but the match before it was Belgium Senegal.
Yeah. I think it was the Congo match. The goalie took a sick crosser right to the nuts.
Hell yeah. Do they wear cups? Do you think?
No, there was even a conversation with someone. It might have been Mbappe. I can't remember who it was. Or it might have been the goalkeeper for Cape Verde, who after taking a shot to the nuts said he wasn't going to start wearing a cup even though he took a shot to the nuts.
Hey, listen, the Jackass guys did it for 20 years, and look at them. They're all fine.
Dude, Johnny Knoxville looks like he saw the scariest ghost.
Johnny Knoxville looks so good with white hair.
He does, but it's
a good look.
He almost looks like a cartoon character, kind of like what's-her-face, who just played Supergirl. Like, there's just some people that look like cartoon characters, and Johnny Knoxville with white hair, it's like, that's a cartoon character. That's not a human being.
That's what movie stars are. Listen, there are a lot of attractive people, but there are very few movie stars. You know what I mean?
If we'll talk about basketball after this because
we should get Johnny Knoxville in the next Scorsese movie. That would be great. I think
my whole life I wanted to be a jackass.
My whole life I wanted to be a jackass.
If you had to
I
just,
watched
name
3
a movie
Jackass
star,
movies in a row the other day. It was pretty good. It was a good
Death
time.
is a great way to spend a day. Like, you normally,
really
you're
was.
like...
A day, it was like 3 hours. All those movies are like an hour and 10 minutes.
But, like, sometimes you'll, like, text us and you'll be like, hey, guys, I'm not feeling myself today, so I sat down and watched another Muppets movie. And I'm like, I can never imagine doing this. But, like you sitting down and watching Jackass, I'm like, yo, if we lived in the same city and you just text me and say, hey, I'm gonna watch all 3 Jackass movies in a row, I would already be in a car heading towards your place to watch all 3 Jackass movies in a row with you.
You know what's funny? I had never seen a Jackass movie before.
Mm-hmm. Had you ever seen the show?
No. I mean, I get it. I get the idea. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not complicated.
Like, I get it.
It's not like sitting down and trying to explain Severance to someone before they watch it.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just hadn't done it. And I realized, like, there are different, like, categories of Jackass stunts.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not a gross out guy. I don't like the gross out gags.
Right.
But I do enjoy the violent stunts. That's definitely the best Jackass.
The violence is always funny. I will say, I don't know what this totally counts as, but the Ryan Dunn with a toy car up his ass is maybe the funniest thing that's ever been filmed.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I watched. See, I didn't watch the original one. I watched 2, 3, and 4 for whatever. Those are the ones that were
okay.
that popped up.
Why not?
And I don't know if I missed anything. I don't know. Maybe I missed something because I skipped one. You know, some backstory. But there's I watched 2 and I was like, this is a good time. I'm having a nice time. This is fun. And then the third one, there's a bit where they have a jet airplane.
Yeah.
And they're like throwing stuff behind the airplane and it's like launching into the air. And I don't know why it was the image of someone like he's like they're running out of stuff to throw and Johnny Knoxville takes off his own shoe and throws it into the jet and the shoe just goes fucking flying. That shit's so funny. I don't know why.
Is it in one of the movies or is it like in Jackass 2.5 where Bam Margera gets drop kicked in the head?
That doesn't sound like it's in one of the movies. Yeah. Although many bad things happen to Bam Margera.
It's one of the best.
In Jackass and in real life.
Yes. Yes, in real life. After Ryan Dunn died, Hulk Hogan tweeted out, rest in peace, Bam Margera, which I always think is so funny.
That's so funny. And how prescient.
We can't get off on a whole Jackass side tangent right now. I will say, if you hadn't texted me to do the podcast, and I did eventually see it, if you hadn't texted me, you know what I was going to watch today while I finished up work?
Jackass 4.
A Luca Guadagnino movie that I hadn't seen. A little movie by the name of After the Hunt.
Oh my God! Why would you watch After the Hunt? Just watch Tar.
Because I haven't seen After the Hunt. That's why.
Have you seen all of his other films? Like,
nope.
Why are you being completionist about this one?
I haven't seen it, and I'm fascinated with how terrible it is.
Go watch A Bigger Splash. It's so good. That's his
I'll get to it eventually. I gotta know why everyone thinks After the Hunt is so bad. Sean Finnessy mentioned it in his newsletter when he was talking about the Sam Altman movie.
Okay. Enjoy. Have fun.
But we are not here to talk about Sam Altman unless I need to look anything up on ChatGPT during the course of this podcast. I'm just kidding. I'm a DeepSeek guy, Tyler. I'm a DeepSeek guy. I want China to have all my information and computing power.
Adam, our investors are actually own part of ChatGPT, so we do have to use ChatGPT, and we can't say anything bad about it. All right.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Amazon. But we are not here to talk about Sam Altman or whatever the Open Intelligence. What's the movie called?
Open AI, I think. I think it's just called Open. No, it's called. It's
Something
called Artificial. It's called Artificial.
Yeah, there
no,
you
just go. Artificial.
Yeah, just
terrible
Artificial.
title.
Drop the.
Drop the.
If you had to watch one movie tomorrow between Artificial and
The
Social Reckoning, yeah.
I think, boy, that's tough. I think I don't want to see either of them. But,
Yeah, me either.
I think I'd have to go Artificial because Luca Guadagnino is an interesting director and Aaron Sorkin is an interesting writer, but not a director.
No. Molly's Game?
Molly's Game, fine.
Not a fan.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. It's fine. I think it's his best directorial work. Probably,
what else has
right?
he directed?
Oh, God. See, I can only think of stuff he's written.
Yeah,
He's
here.
I mean, I know he directed some episodes of The West Wing, where he was like, can't we all just get along with the Republicans,
And we
He
did.
directed...
and that's how we solved politics.
We did.
We all got along.
Solved everything. Good job.
We all got along with the Republicans. It worked out great.
Fucking nailed
Happy
it, dude.
250th. Okay. Aaron Sorkin has
Jaylen
4
Brown got
movies.
traded to the Sixers.
4 movies
Molly's
he's
Game.
directed, including The Social Reckoning. So Molly's Game and The Social Reckoning. Can you name the other 2?
Trial of the Chicago 7. And
Trial of
Being
Chicago
the
7?
Ricardos. Yeah.
Yep. Did you pull it up, or did you just remember those?
I pulled it up. It
Okay.
up. But I did remember it when I saw them. Trial of the Chicago 7 is a despicable film. It's the most neoliberal, washing of, radical leftists I've ever seen. One of the most famous parts of that actual trial is when the lead guy wore a Palestine flag into the courtroom, and they cut that out. They cut that out of the film. I wonder why.
A teacher at my school, my cinematography teacher at my film school, shot that movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
So good for him. I'll never forget. I have a friend who I work with out here who went to Chapman, and she was like, "Yeah, our director of photography shot Hotel for Dogs." Remember Hotel for Dogs?
Yeah.
And everyone and he was like, suddenly I got to this generation of my students who were like, "Oh my God, you shot Hotel for Dogs," and he's like, "That was a terrible shoot. I barely even remember making it." And everyone's like, "Hotel for Dogs."
You think, somewhere out there, someone's had a class taught to them by, Bill Pope at some point, right? Like, someone who's actually, shot stuff. Yeah.
Of course.
Imagine that. Imagine, I'm my cinematography director
Actually, I don't know that that's true. Bill Pope stays working. Bill Pope, it's if you check out his cinematography, his IMDb, you're like, oh, this guy, he's working,
But, a Bill Pope style guy, a guy who's, been nominated for Academy Awards.
That's a great question. Who are the adjuncts at NYU and USC? That's what you really have to check out.
Yeah, someone went to USC because they were just going to go to USC and happen to get into their film program, or they were going to go to NYU, and they're not a big movie guy.
I don't think you happen to get into USC's film program. It's either your dad's a producer or you actually are good at making movies as a teenager.
But the point is, someone doesn't know ball but got into one of those programs and got to a cinematography class, and it was being taught by a Bill Pope style DP, and they were like, yeah, I shot, I don't know, Alien Resurrection, and the kid's like, wow, I love Alien Resurrection,
and just doesn't even recognize
doesn't
how
even know.
great
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
That is true. That's the thing that pisses me off the most about USC and NYU kids is it's just like, oh yes, my class was Spike Lee, and you're just like, oh my God, you fuckers.
But speaking of Spike Lee, wait, I don't have any next transitions.
Mitchell Robinson. What do you think he
Signed with
thinks
the
about
Celtics.
Mitchell Robinson?
So we are in the throes of the National Basketball Association's free agency mania, by which I mean the best free agent on the market outside of LeBron was
James
maybe Keon Ellis.
I think probably Norm Powell, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, but
Quentin
Powell.
Grimes.
But what's changed in the NBA is that free agency isn't free agency anymore. Trades are free agency. The movement is via trades. And we got some trades to talk about since our last episode.
Oh, boy, do we.
We convened, and in a hot emotional tear talked about the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. We could not stop being interested in it. We just, oh my god, it was just nonstop us wanting to talk about that trade. You could have brought some
energy, okay? Guy, just for reference, ever since that pod, Adam has been texting me like about how low energy I was about the Giannis trade in particular. Like I had more energy talking about pod racing, and I was like, "Your podcast, okay? You got."
Is that why you've been attacking me over text for the last week? Because I called you low energy after the Giannis trade.
Look, I didn't intend to attack you over text. I think it was just like I was so on edge. I was like, I'm about to get bullied because I haven't seen my movie club movie, my movie swingers movie, and I was just lashing out left and right.
But we got some other trades to talk about, and we're just gonna. I kind of roughly put these in order in terms of how important they are, so they're not in any particular order. I also have them in a different order than I had them on when I texted you. So we'll start here with the most recent one, and probably the most impactful one, the Jaylen Brown trade. Jaylen Brown goes to the Philadelphia 76ers, and in return, Boston receives Paul George, 2 firsts in 2028 and 2031, and 2 seconds in, who cares, they're second-round picks. Tyler, when you saw this news, what was your first reaction?
I texted you back, all caps, the Sixers?
Yeah.
All caps, question mark, exclamation point. This would be like... That's 2 teams in the same, like, division. They traded Jaylen Brown to they're going to see him all the time. Like, why would you do that?
It was also, not only was it a team in their own division that they're going to see all the time, it's the team that eliminated them from the playoffs. Yeah. They traded Jaylen Brown to the team that came back from 3-1 to knock him out of the playoffs.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Like, what could have been going on behind the scenes that forced Boston's hand this hard? Like, I don't care if Jaylen Brown was unhappy. You had him under contract. He couldn't just leave. So what was actually going on behind the scenes that made it to where they were like, we just have to get him out of here? It doesn't matter if we get back the corpse of Paul George. Only
and 2 firsts that aren't going to be good.
They also said, they came out, the reports were coming through the wire that they wanted 4 firsts. They turned down a trade from the Timberwolves for Naz Reid, a first-round pick, and a bunch of swaps. Like, basically the same package they gave up for LaMelo, which we'll talk about in a second. But basically the same package they gave for LaMelo. Boston turned down. Like, I would rather have Naz Reid than Paul George at least.
Yeah, I mean, Naz Reid will still be playing basketball in 2 years. No offense, Paul George. I assume your HGH is going to keep you humming. But yeah, notably Bill Simmons has not dropped the pod. I was expecting one when I woke up this morning, and he has not. He's got to be in shambles right now, dude. That's just ridiculous.
Did you hear him defending Jaylen Brown in the last pod he did, where he was like, I can't imagine that this is how much it's going to cost, or that they would trade him. Like, this guy was Finals MVP.
Yeah, exactly. He's Finals MVP. He made an All NBA team, right?
I'll check. Probably. I assume so. I assume he did last year, at the very least.
Yeah, he was on a 2 seed, and he scored like 27 points a game. He should have been an All NBA player. Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's like, that must have been an unrepairable relationship. And how did it get there? It got there in like a month? Like the playoffs ended, and they're like, well, I guess we'll be back next year. And then 2 days later, it was like, maybe they need to trade Jaylen Brown. And then a month later, they're trading Jaylen Brown for Paul George and 2 worthless firsts.
Yeah, so he was All-NBA second team last year, 6th in MVP voting. It was his second time being on an All-NBA team. He was also an All-NBA in 22-23.
The Sixers, this is the biggest coup since, like, Doncic to the Lakers, right? Where you're just like, this trade is so one-sided. Like, it's not quite that, obviously, because Jaylen Brown isn't as good as Doncic, but, like...
Right.
That's, in terms of, like, lopsided trades, you know? Like,
you know what's crazy in retrospect too with this? They balked at a deal for Giannis that involved Jaylen Brown because they didn't want to trade away fucking Kada. Hugo. There you go. It was Hugo. Like they didn't want to trade. They like Hugo and Baylor Shireman were so off the table that they balked at a trade for Giannis, and then ended up with Paul George.
With Paul George. If Paul George was 28, he wouldn't be as good as Giannis is right now. Paul George is like 3 years older than Giannis. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting trade. Brad Stevens should be ashamed.
Which it's crazy because like this team historically, like going back to the initial Big Three trade to the Nets, they've basically knocked like every transaction out of the fucking park. Like, okay, maybe your mileage varies on the Kyrie trade, but they got Kyrie for very little in the grand scheme of things. The Gordon Hayward thing didn't work out, but Gordon Hayward broke his leg. But like this team has just knocked transaction after transaction out of the park. Danny Ainge did it. Brad Stevens did it. And then they hit this like a fucking brick wall, man.
You know, I guess every Boston, I need your opinion on whether the Bruins have done this, but every Boston sports team needs one famously terrible trade. Mm-hmm. You know, you got the Red Sox. I mean, obviously they traded Babe Ruth, but also Mookie Betts is a famously a trade that the Boston Red Sox fans hate. You know, it's just going around the town, I guess. I don't know.
Is there one you're thinking of with the Patriots?
I tried to run one in my head, and then I was like, I think they just never traded any. It's the NFL. The NFL borderline doesn't count.
Yeah, and their thing was they would always trade away a good player a year early.
Yeah.
So for the Bruins, they had a Tyler Seguin trade in 2013. Outside of that, nothing like recent, I should say. The Tyler Seguin trade is apparently not great. I don't know. I wasn't watching hockey in 2013.
The New England Patriots gave Garrett Bradbury to the Bears for a 5th-round pick. So, like, embarrassing for them.
Hey, listen. There are bad trades in the NFL. I would know as the team to trade for Marshawn Lattimore. There are bad trades in the NFL.
There are, yes. I mean, shit. This Jaylen Brown trade would be like if the Eagles traded A.J. Brown to, like, the Cowboys. Like...
Right. It would be like if the Eagles traded A.J. Brown to the Cowboys for...
It would be like if the
Malik
Cowboys
Hooker?
traded Micah Parsons to the Packers for Kenny Clark and a 1st-round pick. Fucking got him.
Got him. So let me ask you this. The Celtics followed this up. They signed Mitchell Robinson. So now their starting lineup is presumably what? Jason Tatum, Derek White, or Peyton Pritchard, I suppose. Paul George. Kada?
Kada or Mitch Robinson?
Yeah.
Hugo? Baylor Shireman?
Hugo, a fucking bench player all of last year in the playoffs. Untouchable. We can't possibly move him.
Are we getting Ron Harper Jr.? Big Ron Harper Jr. year?
This isn't relevant to this, but you see Tim Hardaway's dad was like...
Tim Hardaway?
Yeah, Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway's dad, Tim Hardaway, was like, well, we can't Tim Hardaway can't use my jersey number in Miami because that's my legacy. Bro, fucking calm down, man.
Tim Hardaway, it's not like Michael Jordan, you know. Like Michael Jordan's kids probably don't want to wear 23, but like
the crazy thing is, Tim Hardaway's a Hall of Famer. What are you doing?
Interesting.
What are you doing?
Yeah, your legacy is secure, my guy.
Yeah. So according to the Celtics depth chart, their current starting 5 they say is going to be Derek White, Baylor Shireman, Paul George, Jason Tatum, Mitchell Robinson with Cade off the bench. So yeah. Yeah, you got one current All-NBA guy on your roster now. And it's not like you blew up in depth for this. It's not like you traded away.
It's not like, oh, we got younger too.
Yeah. You got older and worse.
Yeah.
What do you think those
Paul George
those
has
2
2
firsts?
years left on this deal.
Those you think they're going to flip those 2 firsts for something else? 2028 and 2031?
I'd imagine that's what they're going to have to do, right?
Would you want to be in the business?
That's the thing. You don't want those picks because it's not like the Giannis picks.
Right.
The Giannis picks are in the way in the future. They're at least 2, 3, 4 years out. So you're like, I'm hoping that you're betting on Giannis not being good 3 years from now, which I
Right.
think is a fair bet to make, like an acceptable, choice to attempt. But Jaylen Brown is what, like 27? Like,
Yeah, he's in the prime of his career. Not to
Yeah.
mention Maxey and Edgecombe, and
the
sort of
Sixers-
kind of Joel Embiid.
Listen, the NBA, life comes at you fast. Like 3 years ago, we thought the Grizzlies were on the rise to become major contenders, and now we're talking about how important Cedric Coward is. But I can't imagine the Sixers being like non-competitive. In a
I mean,
few
just
years.
their starting lineup alone: Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, and of course Dean Wade.
Of course, Dean Wade. And
course
hey,
Dean-
they just acquired Ariel Huckporty, so
So yeah, there's your backup center or third center, one of the two.
starting center. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Embiid?
for most of the
Get-
season,
move
starting
over.
center. Yes. Not a lot of depth for Philly, but I don't know, man. That's a pretty good fucking starting lineup. You ask me.
Yeah.
That's 3 probably all NBA guys and the corpse of an MVP at center.
Yeah, if you that one game every 10 games where Embiid looks good, that team is
Yeah.
going to look really good.
Yeah, they're gonna have games they win like 130-98, and they will also have games where we spend 4 minutes wondering if Joel Embiid is able to get up and walk around anymore.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on this? Is this so bad that Danny Ainge should be retroactively fired from the Utah Jazz?
From the Utah Jazz, yeah, for hiring Brad Stevens.
For
as
hiring
head
Brad
coach.
Stevens, yes, exactly.
No, I don't think it's quite on the Doncic level. Although the Mavericks, the Doncic trade, it's like, I don't know, what did they get for Anthony Davis? No, almost nothing, right?
Yeah, I could look it up if you want, but it wasn't
No,
anything
not worth it.
specifically
Yeah,
notable.
I don't know. I just, I guess I was like, oh well, they got Cooper Flag, but that's just because they were bad.
Yeah, that was just luck.
That is luck. Yeah. So
It is still crazy to think back on that Doncic trade sometimes. And just, I remember the moment sitting there being like, Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first. And I was like, okay, and what else?
yeah,
Like, are we waiting on the reporting?
yeah. That's the headline, and then what? Like 4 pick swaps and
Yeah.
some bench
Probably
guy and
11 to
next.
13 second round picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Nothing.
No, that's it. You
Nope,
say, huh.
That's it. Yeah.
They believe that Anthony Davis can be the cornerstone of a title-winning team for them. And I agree. I think any day now, the Mavericks are going to win a title with Anthony Davis.
So do
He's
the
on-
Golden State Warriors too.
Yeah.
So
I like the language of all the Golden State stuff, where the Wizards are like, we are shunning any trades involving Anthony Davis. Like, shunning?
I think
PR
it's one of
department
those situations
shunning
where
out.
until someone comes along with a giant deal, like the Jazz probably didn't want to move Walker Kessler, but when Rob Pelinka called them and goes 2 first-round picks, they go, fuck, shit, for Walker Kessler? Shit, okay, fine. I guess we won't have a center.
They got almost the same deal that Boston got for Jaylen Brown, except no player back for Walker Kessler.
Yeah.
So let's jump to that. That wasn't the next trade I had on the board, but we can talk about that real quick. The Lakers traded for Walker Kessler. The Jazz got back a first-round pick in 2032 and 2033, and swap rights in 2028 and 2030. I'm guessing. I would just, I kind of think they end up with one of those swaps. I think the Jazz might be better than the Lakers in 2030.
I would agree.
Yeah. So they might have gotten 3 first-round picks for the Lakers to have the honor of paying Walker Kessler 4 years, $130 million. That team is also... They should have kept Luke Cornett. They could have been the whitest team ever.
I was thinking about this with the Lakers. When was so the 3 best players on the Lakers are white guys now, right? It's Kessler, Reeves, Doncic. When was the last time that happened? 1955?
Yeah.
Before integration? Like,
'cause
when was the
I
last
could
time
think-
that all
I could
3,
think of-
your big 3 are all white
We
guys?
had moments where you would get 2 white guys, right? Like Dirk and Steve Nash.
Yes, but not 3.
Not 3. Not 3.
They put Dalton Connect on the court. They're looking like a West Hollywood pickup game.
What's crazy is they all kind of look the same.
They do. They do. And I think that's just a key that all white guys look the same.
Yeah, who's the most unique looking white Jokic? I was about to say
Jokic,
the most unique looking.
No,
yeah,
but he isn't actually. He's only unique because he looks like that and he's 7 feet tall. If he was 6 feet tall and he looked like that, you'd be like, oh yeah, just like an Eastern European guy.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's Eastern European Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at the core what we're getting at here is
this is a weird team.
All white people look the same.
So Quentin Grimes is going to start for them, right? And then Rui Hachimura. That's their starting lineup is Reeves, Doncic, Grimes, Hachimura.
I think Hachimura's a free agent,
Kessler?
isn't he?
Oh yeah, you're right. Who's going to start at forward for them?
Well, we know it's not going to be LeBron James. I mean, Hachimura is going to start.
What if it was?
Oh, so we just said Hachimura is not going to be there. Why? How did I come back to this spot already? Who's the other guy that signed?
Jared
outside?
Vanderbilt. Remember when he was a guy?
Imagine, yeah, he was a guy on the Timberwolves. Imagine being.
That's right.
Imagine being DeAndre Ayton right now, and being potentially behind Jared Vanderbilt on the lineup.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. There's no one on this squad, dude. Maxi Kleba. He's a really nice guy. I served him one time. He comes into the restaurant a lot.
So it's definitely Doncic.
Oh, Mamu. It's going to be Mamu. Sandro Mamu Kalashvili. He's good. I like him. I think he's a good basketball player.
Jake LaRavia's still hanging out there. Can Jake LaRavia start?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Drew Timme.
They signed Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
Colin Sexton. This team is going to get waxed in the second round of the playoffs.
They are going to allow 120 points a night, even with Walker Kessler and Jared Vanderbilt on the floor together playing Twin Towers.
As your reporter on the ground in Los Angeles, Lakers fans have already talked themselves into this team. I go in last night. I work with like half the people I work with are Lakers fans. I was like, what do you guys think? And they're like, I'm like, so you guys are going to allow like 120 points a game, right? And they're like, no, you guys have no idea how good at defense Walker Kessler is. You have no idea. He's been hurt. He's been on the Jazz. You don't know. And I'm like, it's not about how good Walker Kessler is. He Wemby? Because that's how good he'd have to be.
Yeah,
with Reeves and Doncic as your perimeter defenders.
He's like Hassan Whiteside, dude. Like he likes blocks a lot and he gets a lot of rebounds, but like he's not going to be like a defensive player of the year. He's not even fucking Chet.
He's better than Ayton.
Yeah, but like if you and I sat on each other's shoulders, we might be better defensively than Ayton.
Yeah, we'd also be like 12 feet tall. We could be Wemby.
I said sit, not stand. I'm not going to walk around with your feet on my shoulders.
I'm sorry. How tall is my torso? That's right. How big is my torso?
That is a question that we've asked many times on this podcast is how tall is your torso?
That's right.
But like between Walker Kessler and Austin Reeves, those two guys alone, they're paying $76 million a year to.
Yeah. This
and
definitely
some people
felt
would say,
like
that's a lot of money.
This definitely felt like they're like, shit, we now have $60 million in cap room because LeBron walked.
Yeah.
So
we have $60 million, so we're going to sign Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes. We're going to trade for Walker Kessler, give him $30 million a year. We're going to give Austin Reeves the biggest possible fucking extension we can.
Sandro Mamu Kalashvili.
Why?
He got a $50 million deal. Don't gloss over. He got a bigger deal than Colin Sexton. You keep mentioning Colin Sexton before
I just cannot believe that Mamu is a guy that's going to be playing minutes on the Lakers.
Sound and fury signifying nothing, Adam. That's what this was from the Lakers. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but in 2-3 years, are the Mavericks secretly like, well, I guess we're in a better spot than the Lakers. Like,
Depends. At that point, have they traded Cooper Flag to someone for like 37-year-old Rudy Gobert?
They should have traded Cooper Flag for Giannis.
Yeah, there you go.
Firsts.
Yeah. They could have gotten Giannis, Bobby Portis, and a 2036 first.
That's right. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing
Keep
about
hope
the
alive.
Doncic trade and the sort of ramifications of it. Like the Lakers are equally as good as they were when they made the trade. They're like a
Yes.
45 win team, and now they're still like a 45 win team, but their star is not 40 anymore. He's like 28 or however old Doncic is.
If LeBron went to the Warriors in a series between the Lakers and the Warriors, who would you take?
Well, I guess that depends. Is Anthony Davis also on the Warriors, or?
No, the I don't know if you heard, the Wizards are shunning all trades for Anthony Davis.
Uh-huh.
They're
Sure.
excommunicating them.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They're like, we got to get Davis here. Yeah, we're going to get him locked in. He's going to be doing laps in the reflecting pond. It's going to be sick.
Is he the guy with the razor that cut that open? It was Anthony Davis all along?
It was Anthony Davis. How he was the guy? That guy was 6'10" and jacked. How did we not see it?
I would say it was Trae Young, but we know that if Trae Young tried to hit a small target, he would definitely miss. So
Yeah, yeah. But from like 40 feet away, and it looked good all the way up until it got there.
yeah,
Stupid.
happy
Yeah.
250th anniversary. You know,
I think I'd have to go Lakers, but like Lakers in 7.
yeah, exactly. And like the Warriors are, to use a comparative that I used on a podcast with you recently that you didn't get then and you're not going to get now. The Warriors are like the Cash Zono of the West. Like, to be a player in the West, you got to beat them. You have to be able to beat the Warriors, and that's not like
They're the Mendoza.
you got to
line
go through the
of
Warriors,
Western
but you have to be
Conference.
at least better than the Warriors for me to think about you in the playoffs.
You must be this tall to ride this ride.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next trade, or you want to keep making jokes about the Los Angeles white guys?
I'm just thinking about all the fun billboards we're gonna get with Walker Kessler. You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
If I was Walker Kessler, I would start doing the George Russell, where I do like the arms out to the side with the palms straight out. I think that'd be a
Yeah.
good look for him. Yeah.
I think so too. Should we talk about what's next? Your weird team.
Yeah, my weird team. Let's talk about my weird team. LaMelo Ball traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves get LaMelo Ball and Josh Green. And in return, the Hornets get Naz Reid, a 2033 unprotected first, 3 seconds, and pick swaps in 28, 29, 30, some of which have already been traded, so they're double swapped.
Does this trade make the Minnesota Timberwolves the #1 must-watch League Pass team?
Well, yeah, especially after they get LeBron to play the 4. Like, this team's going to be so much fun to watch.
So what's your starting lineup? Yeah, who is your 4 right now? Because
there isn't one. Our 4 right now is a third guard who we're going to play.
okay, yeah.
Right now, the starting lineup, with no additional moves that have happened so far, because the only thing the Timberwolves did during free agency is re-sign Bones Highland. So right now, our starting lineup, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Ayo Dosunmu, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert.
Huh.
Now, that is both a very good offense and a very good defensive starting lineup. Unfortunately, off the bench after that is Terrence Shannon Jr. and Jalen Clark and Yon Beringer and Bones Highland and Dante DiVincenzo on one Achilles.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
There's
Christian.
literally no 4 on the roster. Like, literally, they do not have a roster
There's
for.
there's no one between the height of 6'7" and 6'10". There's only
Yeah.
people over 7 feet tall and people under 6'6".
Yeah, you have
Oh wait, no,
like...
I'm sorry. LaMelo Ball is famously 6'7". I'm sorry.
Yes, you have LaMelo Ball and Jaden McDaniels, and then
Maybe
Rudy
LaMelo
Gobert.
Ball can play
and
power forward.
Jean Beringer. LaMelo Ball having to
Just have
guard
him
a
back on
4
some
would be
pounds.
disastrous.
That means LaMelo Ball's only 2 inches shorter than LeBron. You know, he just needs to pack on like 50 pounds and he'll be LeBron.
Yeah, there you go. Many people are saying the only difference between LeBron and LaMelo is about 50 pounds.
Is 50 pounds? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. Yikes.
You want to talk about this from the Timberwolves perspective, or you want to talk about this from the Hornets perspective? Because the Hornets have some other interesting stuff going on.
They sure do. I like what the Hornets are doing. I want to hear your feelings. I want you to get in your fan bag here. I feel like Timberwolves fans aren't well represented nationally podcast wise.
I don't know about that. We got 2 mega stars in podcasts. Megan Schuster of the Ringer F1 show.
Okay, sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Zach Harper of The Athletic.
Okay, all right.
And of course, everyone's favorite John Krasinski. Not the guy who directed If. John Krasinski.
Yeah, but I just want you to tell me how you're feeling right now.
Yeah. I think the worst part about this is losing Naz Reid, but I am just glad at them taking a shot, and maybe it's a dumb shot. Like, there's a lot of sins of the past that have kind of led us here with trading everything in the bank for Rudy Gobert, which, I think turned out to be a good trade. 2 Western Conference Finals, Defensive Player of the Year. Probably overpaid for him, still given everything, but it paid off. The Rob Dillingham trade, which we then had to pay a pick to get off of. So we're completely pick poor, and the depth has all left. Had to trade away Julius Randle to make the cap space for a move like this. So there is a lot of out the door that led to this in the door. But the 2 things are, 1, take swings to stay competitive, and it's Minnesota. No one outside LeBron James is coming here optionally. It's a small market in a cold city with nothing going on there. There is not people banging on the door because they're like, well, I got to play with Anthony Edwards. It's all homegrown talent, older vets, and people acquired in trades. That's the entire roster. Second, this is something that helps what Anthony Edwards' weakness was last year and what ended up getting kicked in the nuts. And for whatever you want to say about Tim Conley and his ability to drive value out of something, he at least can identify how to win against what we've been losing to. The Timberwolves, initially, their first iteration under Tim Conley, were built to beat Jokic, and they did. A lot. Now, the problem isn't Jokic. The problem is the incredible perimeter defense that has completely shut down Anthony Edwards as an offensive piece the last 2 postseasons from OKC and San Antonio. And now there is a true on-ball playmaker who can make shots for other people. The problem is he's going to take about 4 30-foot 3-pointers 4 seconds into the shot clock a game.
But one of those is going to go in.
Yeah,
is going to go in. It's going to be
we hope at least one of them goes in per game.
Yeah,
I'll take
sure.
25% on the 4 second into the shot clock pull up shots. And he doesn't play defense. Now you're hoping that the starting lineup can kind of bridge that with Anthony Edwards locking in more, having less of an offensive role, with Ayo Dosunmu being a good perimeter defender, with Jaden McDaniels being an elite perimeter defender, and with Rudy Gobert being Rudy Gobert. So I say all that to say, I still don't think the Timberwolves are a contender. I think that there's just not enough depth there. Like, in the playoffs a few years ago, against the LeBron James-led Lakers, there was a game where the starting lineup played 48 minutes. They played the entire second half. So they didn't play 48 minutes, but they played the whole second half without subbing anyone out because they had no options on the bench to stop the Timberwolves. That's just the Timberwolves roster construction now. There's no one on the bench to stop anyone unless Terrence Shannon Jr., Jaylen Clark, or Jean Beringer take a huge leap. So it's going to be a super fun team. Night in, night out. It's going to be a lot of fun with, like, lobs to Rudy Gobert and the 2-man game between Ant and LaMelo, and Jaden McDaniels still being an elite perimeter defender. And come playoff time, probably win a series and a half.
Put your stamp on this right now.
Uh-huh.
Will Anthony Edwards ever win an MVP?
No. I love Anthony Edwards. I think that at his absolute peak, he's a top 4 player in the NBA. But his entire peak is going to be overlapping with Victor Wembanyama. And then if Victor Wembanyama flounders at some point, you're talking about guys who fit the MVP mold more as versatile, stretchy, 2-way players like Cooper Flagg, AJ DeBansa, Cameron Boozer. These guys that aren't guards. Guards don't win a lot of MVPs.
It's fair. I don't know. There was just like there was one stretch like 2-3 years ago where everyone was like, Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan 2.0.
Yeah, in the first couple rounds of the playoffs every year, he starts to get it because he turns it on in the playoffs.
There was that one stretch where he killed the Durant Suns, and he said some shit to Durant. He walked into the locker room and told Durant that should go pack his bags and go home to his kids or whatever.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan, and it's just not quite there.
He's not Michael Jordan. He's Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, he's Dwayne Wade.
And Dwayne Wade is an excellent player to be. He's going to be the best player in Timberwolves history. He's going to be better than Garnett. So he's going to be the best player in Timberwolves history. But like a player like Anthony Edwards probably isn't going to win MVP unless he turns into a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander level of efficiency.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. You just said guards don't win a lot of MVPs, but the guard did win the last 2 MVPs. So
that's fair.
You want to briefly touch on the Hornets, who might actually be the number 1 league pass team? Both these teams, great league pass teams.
I think the Hornets have gone down in the league pass rankings because they traded away LaMelo. Like now it's gonna be like Kobe White passing to like efficient 3-point shooting by Con Knipple. It's good, not fun.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose they've got Naz Reid. Who else did they get this offseason? They traded Miles Bridges, so that makes them more watchable.
They traded Miles Bridges and got back what's his face, the white shooter and Royce O'Neal.
Greg Gillespie?
No, the other white shooter.
Oh, Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen, yeah. It's the white guy pod, man. We just talk about white guys. But they still have Brandon Miller, who I think is sneaky their best player. And
he's really good.
Yeah. And some of their deeper players like Moussa Diabate, Ryan Cockburner, who devotees of the pod know I love.
We love talking cock.
Love talking cock. And then who's the other guy that was a rookie last year that did pretty well? I can't remember off the top of my head. It started with a Q, I think. But they have like a really good, fun, deep roster that's going to be probably the 6th seed in the East next year. And I would guess
that's the Orlando Magic spot. Thank you very much. Okay.
Well, now that you guys brought Vooch and the Preacher back, I'm eyeing a top 3 spot for Orlando.
Vooch and the Preacher, I would watch that Netflix show.
Yeah, how many episodes does Vooch and the Preacher get before you go? I think I'm all right.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you watch all 8 of season 1 before you're like tuning out, or?
I think you probably fold some laundry, and then in episode 8 something finally happens. It's like all building up to one thing. This is the thing. That's the problem with streaming, like prestige TV, is it's like it's like one movie's worth of content, but they stretch it over 8 episodes.
This brother, is why, as someone that's trying very hard to get into Andor, trust me, I know.
Well, that's the thing about Andor. The first 3 episodes of Andor are admittedly slow, well made, but you're like, this is slow. The 4th episode, he goes on a mission, and that mission, like when that kicks into gear, you're like, this rocks. And then the next 3 after that are its own like siloed thing, basically, that I don't want to spoil, but is awesome. It's one of those, like, I sent you that thing, and you're like, is this a spoiler? And I was like, no, it's not a spoiler. That's the problem. It's like, it would be a spoiler if it was regular prestige TV, where at the end of season 1, it's revealed, like, maybe Stellan Skarsgård's actually kind of a bad guy, but that happens in, like, episode 2. You know what I mean? Like, Andor moves eventually.
I just want to say, the Stellan Skarsgård conversation was one of the bullet points in the Tyler's attacking me for some reason over text today.
I don't know. I just get really excited about Andor. Andor, it's like the arc of Andor is the first 2 episodes. You're like, oh, this is kind of slow, but like well made. And the next 2 episodes, you're like, damn, this is like really good.
Dude.
And then the next 2 episodes, you're like, is this the best show of all time? And then you get to season 2, and you're like, this is the best show of all time.
2 episodes into Andor, I was so out. I was like, I don't know if I can watch the 3rd episode. I watched the 3rd episode, and that's as far as I am right now. And I'm like, okay, I will give it another episode after watching the 3rd.
4, 5, and 6 are a heist, and it rules.
Now, what if they did like a movie with some of these same characters, and that was also kind of a heist?
I don't think any of the characters on the heist other than Andor are in Rogue One.
Yeah, but Andor is in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And according to you, like, prematurely ejaculates in E2 Mama Tambien.
He sure does. That's you're like, this is crazy that you brought up premature ejaculation. It is a plot point of that movie.
How dare you accuse me of calling it crazy? Our friend called it crazy, and I just went, yeah, it's a little weird to see in a review. Just gonna remember to edit that out so that I don't get a text from Andrew about the podcast. But what do you think of this Hornet squad turning LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges effectively into Naz Reid, Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, and a lot of ammunition to go get the next superstar who's unhappy, who I guess will be who's your pick for the next unhappy superstar? I would have said Ant, but they bought goodwill by trading for a guy that he reportedly is friends with.
LaMelo?
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually, that they're friends.
Yeah, LaMelo's going to teach him to drive cars way too fast, and Ant is going to teach LaMelo to have sex with OnlyFans models.
Not to be this guy, but Jason Tatum?
Does Jason
what if
Tatum
the
experience
Celtics
emotions
suck this year?
But does Jason Tatum feel?
That's true.
I kind of think of him like Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner 2049 when they're doing like the cognitive test on him.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know who the next disgruntled star would be. I'm just like quickly going through my Rolodex of teams right now.
Is there any chance someone on a rookie contract like now? Like is it going to be like a Cooper Flag?
Maybe, but not this soon. Not as soon as the Hornets are looking. Like in the next 2 years. Not
going to be Brunson.
Luka? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of that. That's kind of where you're looking.
Yeah, I think maybe Donovan Mitchell, if he still counts for this.
Is there a world where the Pacers are pretty bad and Halliburton?
Halliburton's such a fucking dork. I can't imagine that guy using leverage to force his way out of a situation. That guy like shows up to WWE events with a WWE belt over his shoulder.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I can't picture it. Devin Booker? But Booker seems committed to the Suns. He's like, fuck it, I'll win 40 games the rest of my career. That seems his vibe. Maybe
there isn't one. Maybe we'll just spend the rest of our time as NBA fans with no one forcing their way out of a team.
Yeah, that's my point. There's no one like obvious right now. We've gotten through all of the current ones, so we need a season of a team being bad, which is why I was like Jason Tatum, like.
Yeah, I think the most likely candidate is like a 29-year-old Anthony Edwards. Cade? Yeah, when he's done doing Chipotle commercials. It could be him. All right, let's finish up talking about these trades. We got one more we definitely have to talk about.
Donovan Mitchell.
I just said Donovan Mitchell.
You're right, and you're right for that. You're real for that.
Kawhi Leonard got traded to the Toronto Raptors. In return, the Clippers get Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, first-round picks in 2031 and 2033, a pick swap in 2027, and 2 seconds. Clippers.
If I don't see a Grady Dick billboard in West Hollywood on the gay bar stretch by tomorrow, I'm going to be deeply upset. Wasted ammo.
That guy's entire persona is just my last name is Dick.
It's pretty good.
By the way,
I think if his last name was like Smith, he plays in the NBA.
The Clippers right now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players signed. They have 8 players on their roster, including the players they just traded for.
Not great. What about even including their rookie, including Wagler?
Yeah, including Wagler.
Huh.
They have
8-man rotation. Ty Lue just keeping it tight.
They have no power forwards or centers signed. They have no 4s or 5s on the roster.
Where did John Collins end up?
He ended up somewhere, and I was like, "That's a Detroit."
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And because then Tobias Harris went to San Antonio.
That's right. Weird. Crazy. Huh.
So the Clippers going into full rebuild mode. Do you think that's going to affect their viewership? We know that the Clippers viewers, they're very dedicated. They have the biggest market share in their area. They really own the city, those Clippers. So do you foresee this having any issues for them?
The Clippers have more fans than the Brooklyn Nets.
You and I might have more fans than the Brooklyn Nets.
What is it about basketball where basketball can't support 2 teams in the same city?
Yeah, what's the closest we get to that? Like in any sport. Is it White Sox and Cubs? Is that the closest we get to a city supporting 2 teams from the same sport?
I mean, the Giants and the Jets, probably.
Yeah. Mets and Yankees.
The Rams and the Chargers have equal amounts of no fans.
Yeah.
So I would then say they're pretty equal.
There's no front runner there. They just don't have any
the
fans.
Rams are the front runner, unfortunately. The Rams have been better. Like, I see more Rams gear in LA than I do Chargers gear, unfortunately.
And like LA is a city that has like some quiet anti-Semitism to them, so I can see how Puka Nacua would appeal to the people of LA.
See, that's the problem is Puka. LA also has a huge Jewish population, so they're all Chargers fans now. So, yeah.
But the Raptors on the other hand.
Yeah.
Their starting lineup now, Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl!
Wow, that was the most excited anyone's ever been about Jakob Poeltl.
Excuse you, that's the second most excited behind every time Masai Ujiri saw him.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I know we gave this guy $100 million in his prime, and he didn't play very well. But what if we gave him another $100 million when he's old? Maybe this time it'll work out.
At this point, should they just elect Jakob Poeltl Prime Minister
Of Canada?
of Canada? Right? He's obviously very important to the country in a way that we don't understand.
I loved Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, but it's not a Toronto movie unless they put Jakob Poeltl in it.
Yeah.
They should have put Jakob.
You know what? I will say, if at the end of that movie it said executive producer Jakob Poeltl, I'd be like, oh my god, that makes so much sense.
6-star movie.
Now, what I do like about this team is the actual guy who's going to be starting at 5 towards the end of the year is Colin Murray-Boyles.
Yeah, Colin Murray-Boyles. Good at basketball. I know. This is a cool team.
It is a cool team.
And Kawhi back in Toronto is fun. Maybe he should have stayed there instead of going to the Clippers, but, hindsight's 20/20.
Without looking it up, do you know off the top of your head how long ago his move to the Clippers was? Without thinking about it too much.
Yes, it was pre-COVID for sure.
Yeah.
Because I want to say it was 7 years.
It was 7 years ago. 7 years ago he moved to the Clippers. One day, when we're telling our grandkids about Kawhi Leonard, do you mention the Clippers at all? You have to because of the aspiration thing.
He was there for 7 years.
Yeah. But it's the least noteworthy 7 years Kawhi Leonard's done anything. He was on San Antonio, he was a finals MVP and won a title. On Toronto, he was a finals MVP and won a title.
On the Clippers, that series where he went toe-to-toe with Luka for 5 games? And they both scored 50 points a game. That was cool. That was fun. That's probably the highlight. And then the one time the Clippers made the conference finals, he wasn't healthy. He wasn't playing. It was Paul George who was doing all the work.
Did they make it to the conference finals that year?
They sure did.
Who'd they lose to? Was that the year they lost to the Nuggets?
Suns.
I
think. It was the Suns year.
I think you're right. Crazy that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard got traded on the same day.
Yeah. Facts.
I like how they both also had scandals last year. One of them with HGH and the other one with aspiration. Those two guys,
Yeah. Great. Bet your roster on Kawhi and Paul.
What's if you had to discounting the shot against Philly, what's your go-to Kawhi Leonard memory?
God, discounting the shot against Philly. God,
because that's the obvious one. So what's your second go-to Kawhi Leonard memory?
Anytime I turn on Sports Center and they're like, Kawhi Leonard not available to play tonight.
I always think of that video of him rolling a blunt in the back of the car when he first got to LA.
The weird laugh, probably.
Yeah, the weird laugh's a good one. The story about him saying the board man gets paid. What a fucking weird dude.
Yeah.
And he's
also maybe the best wing defender in the history of basketball.
Maybe the best wing defender in the history of basketball. Also, he's 35, but has no mileage on him. Kawhi Leonard might play till he's 41. Because he's that's the thing is we all talk about the no back-to-backs and his time riding the bench and all that, but because of that, he's been playing in the NBA now for 15 years, and he does not have the mileage of a 15-year NBA vet. He could probably play another 5 years.
We hope so. I hope this works out for Toronto. I really do. I think it would be fun if they were. I think it would be really fun if they're good. But I don't have hope that Kawhi is going to be a consistent presence. There are a lot of teams that made these trades where I'm like, there's going to be a 10-game stretch this year where we come on this podcast and we're like, Toronto, are they going to win the title? Timberwolves, they just scored 150 on the Warriors, whoever. Are they going to win the title? There's going to be a lot of those moments,
Right now, if you had to rank the East in terms of who you think is most likely to make the finals next year, what would be your top 4 in order?
Knicks 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd have to go Sixers 2.
Yeah. Which feels rude to the Pistons. But
they replaced Tobias Harris with John Collins, and they didn't and they haven't done anything else.
Can we also? They have gone out there and very publicly said that they will match any offer sheet for Jalen Duren. So why are teams not just offer sheeting him to the most pain in the ass possible contract?
This happened with Austin Reeves too when he was a restricted free agent. Like,
they paid
why
like
didn't?
$11 million a year. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no gamesmanship. Everyone's trying to be nice.
I will say the Pistons also did trade away Isaiah Stewart and added Isaiah Joe. They did an Isaiah for Isaiah.
It's true.
So, I don't know your mileage on that. They're probably gonna.
I guess Isaiah Joe is a good
shooter. Yeah.
I would say 3. I would probably go Pacers.
Yeah. For Toronto or for Detroit.
And then there's like a soup of like Toronto, Detroit, Boston still kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I think Boston's fair.
And then you go down a tier to like Orlando, Charlotte. What? Atlanta.
Just you and me talking about our teams is a lot.
I mentioned listen. You're like me. You and me talking about our teams. I mentioned them once and in the correct tier for where they are.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
They're
you
like
and I
the
are just
best team in the East. Like what?
We're either
I'm
such
being very
pessimists or so pragmatic about our teams.
I'm being pragmatic about Orlando. I'm not letting the hype get to me next year because there is no hype. But last year it got to me.
New coach?
I was like, here we go.
New coach?
Sure. I'll believe
By the way,
it when
the
I see it.
76ers just signed Anthony Simons to a 2-year, $12.3 million deal.
This is like the same as when the Bears got Ben Johnson. And I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. You know? I'll hold. And then that's why in the first game when they blew it, I was like, same team, same guys.
By the way, here, right now, I just pulled up Indiana's depth chart. I'm just going to read you every player on their team that currently has a day-to-day designation. Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nimhart, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Ivica Zubats, TJ McConnell, Jarris Walker, Ben Shepherd, and Pascal Siakam. I already said Pascal Siakam. So, yeah.
Well, we got at least 3 months until the season starts, so.
Yeah. This is a day-to-day, not month to month. Jay Huff, fully healthy, ready to play.
The Norwegian I bet he's doing the Viking row, for Norway.
Yeah. Eric Holland feels like he could be my sleep paralysis demon.
Holland? You think so?
Yeah.
He has a very distinct face.
Yes.
I got nothing else. I don't know. I got nothing else.
He looks like if like a 3-year-old did a really poor job of describing a human to an AI.
He's got like a crazy scrunchy face. His all his features are too close together, but also but he's also like this 6'4" but that's like exactly what a Norwegian should. I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it looks like his body kept growing after his face stopped.
Do you think Erling Haaland has seen an Ingmar Bergman film? Probably not, right?
No, but it would be really funny to be like to just hear the phrase, "Oh yeah, Erling Haaland went to an Ingmar Bergman film." It's just so many like hard noises one after another.
Like has Erling Haaland it would be funny if Erling Haaland they were like he won the World Cup. They're like, "What are you going to do now?" And he's like, "I'm going to go see like Strawberry Afternoons or whatever. I'm going to go."
Well, I also think it'd be funny if he just went to any... Like, I can't imagine him seeing any modern Norwegian cinema. Like, what if he did go see...
Yeah, he totally didn't see Sentimental Value.
I was gonna say, go see... Do you think he saw the worst person in the world? You think, like, he's in Renata Reinsved's DMs?
He should be. They would be a Norwegian power couple. Everyone should
all should be.
We should
Renata
all be in
Reinsved's
Renata
DMs.
Reinsved's Hi, welcome to Basky, the #1 Renata Reinsved fan podcast.
Hey, Ja also got traded. You ready to talk about free agency, though?
You don't want to talk about Ja?
Who cares, man? Who fucking...
I care more about this than the Giannis thing.
How? How can you care? It's okay, Ja,
What if
Dame
it works?
Lillard. It's not going to work. Ja and Dame Lillard are the starting backcourt for a team in 2026-27.
Sounds like good television.
It sounds like terrible basketball.
Sounds like good television to me.
Oh, and great. Those two...
Did I say basketball? I said television.
Those two players who are definitely on the upswing of their careers, don't worry. Once they come off the court, they'll be backed up by the least efficient shooter in the NBA, Scoot Henderson.
Scoot played pretty good in the playoffs. He had one good playoff game, so I think we're kind of back on
They only
Scoot.
had like 3 playoff games, right? Did they let them play 4?
They went to 5. They went to 5.
In the NBA
Series.
playoffs.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them. I wonder if any former coaches of the Portland Trailblazers had any money on them getting to 5 games. Oh, they also hired Mike Inori, and they gave him like a 1-year deal with like a stipulation that if he stands on 1 foot and says, "Pretty please, Mr. Owner, can I have 1 more year?" They'll give him another year.
Yeah, letting Tiago Splitter walk was pretty wild.
Where did he walk straight to somewhere good too?
Chicago. No, he's somewhere good. He's in Chicago now.
But like that's a better fan base than Portland.
Yeah, and he
It's
gets
a better situation than Portland.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy because it's the Reinsdorfs, but like it's a better situation still.
I guess technically, I think the Blazers are going to be better this year than the Bulls.
Yeah, probably. Unless whoever Chicago drafted is really, really good. What's the guy's name? Caleb something?
Caleb Wilson.
Caleb Wilson.
We drafted the Chicago drafted other Caleb W.
It was too many Calebs. Because
there's 2 Caleb WILs.
It's like J Will and J Dub in OKC.
Yeah.
Like, but there's Caleb Williams, there's Caleb Wilson, and there's Caleb Downs, who were all drafted in like 3 years in a row.
Oh yeah.
And so I just got too many Calebs in the brain.
Yeah.
Caleb Lomu, recently drafted offensive guard for the New England Patriots.
Note to self: I will not name my kids Caleb. There's too many Calebs.
You have multiple kids?
Just one, probably.
Just one? Yeah.
I just said kids is like a hypothetical.
Well, right now the one kid is also a hypothetical. To be fair.
Yeah.
Unless you have news you want to announce.
What if I just a kid ran behind me right now and I just have been hiding a kid?
Caleb, get down from there.
Caleb, get down from there.
Let's talk about free agency, though. So I pitched you on us just doing a little gimmick that we came up with here on the Basketball Podcast, the Town Alone Network, a gimmick that we exclusively came up. It's never been done anywhere else, called favorite, least favorite, overrated, underrated for current signings. I assume that you are on a deadline, by the way, so I'm trying to burn through the end of this podcast.
I got half an hour.
Okay, yeah, half an hour to talk about half the podcast.
Okay. We talked about the important stuff. Okay, that's how much time do you really want to spend on Norm Powell?
Well, as long as I get to talk to you, hours. See, I'm nice in our friendship. You're the mean one. So for free agency, we're just gonna go through our contracts. We're gonna pick our favorite, our least favorite, an overrated one, and an underrated one. Easy enough. Doesn't need really more explaining than that.
Sure.
So we'll start here with a favorite. Do you have a favorite contract? Is there a contract that you consider to be your favorite?
I guess, boy, all these, and I do like the Quentin Grimes to the Lakers. That's kind of a 3-and-D guy. That's what they need. I'm not enthused about any. That's my point about free agency.
No, there just wasn't good free. Like the favorite contract is gonna be guys who haven't signed yet because they have leverage. Like LeBron's gonna sign somewhere and it's gonna be really fucking cool, or it won't be. Like he'll go sign in New York for not a lot of money. He'll be like, oh yeah, sure.
Oh, we have a free agency news and Fernie Simons 2-year, $12 million.
Already said that on the pod. I said that to you like 20 minutes ago.
No way you did.
I'm have to fucking editor, put the clip right here of me saying that 20 minutes ago. I like the Quentin Grimes deal. I got no issues with that. I will say that one of the other contracts they sign will come up later for me. But I think that Quentin Grimes deal makes a lot of sense for them. It's what they need. Put pieces around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves who can play some perimeter defense. Guys that can, get hot scoring off the bench. Not a ton of money for him either. I like it.
Sure.
My favorite contract. Little Julian Champagnie re-signing with the Spurs. Julian heat check Champagnie. Julian knockdown shooter starting the final Champagnie signed to a 3-year, $45 million deal. That if Champagnie keeps evolving or even just turns into one of the more elite perimeter shooters in the league, that $15 million a year, that's how you make fucking contenders, man. Is you have your elite stars at the top, and then you have guys like Julian Champagnie and Harrison Barnes making pennies on the dollar for what they could have made on the open market to come knock down threes. And I guess Harrison Barnes tells people to go to bed on time or something. I'm not sure what he does there.
Sure.
Yeah. But I like the Champagnie deal a lot. What I don't like is I was hoping Champagnie would just leave and sign literally anywhere else. If Champagnie wanted to go sign in Denver or OKC, that would have made me more happy than him staying on the Spurs because I hate the Spurs. But good deal for them. Good deal for them. Their head coach, Mitch Richmond or whatever, Mitch Johnson.
Yes. Hi. Okay. My wife is just being like weird. Do
Did she have thoughts on Julian Champagne's contract?
you have any thoughts on Julian Champagne's re-signing with the San Antonio Spurs?
I have so many opinions.
She has so many opinions.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
She said, "Who the fuck is that?" Okay, well, that's rude. You know?
How does she feel about like what if we just
We
win
started
like,
in the NBA Finals. It's not like a crazy person to ask you about.
What if we like launched into some like Mané talk though? Would she have thoughts then?
Who?
Mané?
Oh yeah. I think she would have a lot of talks. Yeah, she would probably have a lot of thoughts. Yeah. Next time we talk about Joseph Albers, I'll give you a call.
You got a least favorite contract?
Least favorite contract? Boy, a lot of these are very silly.
Yeah.
All these contracts, they're so small. I don't love Tobias Harris to the Spurs. I know
like it fit wise.
I like it for the regular season, but this feels like a Cornet thing of like when you get to the finals, you're like, well, I guess he'll eat minutes in the regular season.
I mean, he's probably going to be, funny enough, I think he's going to still be starting over Champagny.
You think so?
I think so.
He's not as good a defender. Not that Champagne's a great defender, but like...
Is he like marginally a better shooter though, maybe?
He's 34.
Is he really?
He's not even as good. He shot 37% from three last year.
Okay, so he's not as good of a shooter.
He's not as good a shooter, and he's old, and he's not as good a defender. I guess he's a better mid-range shooter. Like he can put the ball on the ground and get to the rim a little bit. And if they play the Orlando Magic, he'll murder them. So I guess you have that.
Here's the thing. I don't know what it is with the San Antonio squad, but I can almost guarantee Harris over Champagny and De'Aaron Fox over Dylan Harper in the lineup still.
I would guarantee De'Aaron Fox over Dylan Harper.
What is that? What are you doing? Just fucking play
Champagny,
your best
I think
players.
Harris is coming off the bench. Harris is taking those Harrison Barnes minutes. They got Tobias Harris to replace Harrison Barnes.
How old is Harrison Barnes now? Are they like almost the same age? Like, is
They're like
Harrison
basically
Barnes
the same age. Harrison
36
Barnes
maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not doing anything for me. I think that's probably my least favorite. You know, your mid. I mean, not that I don't think there's anyone the Spurs could have signed for the mid level that I would have been like, oh yeah, nailed it. They're definitely better. But
LeBron James.
Yeah, I guess LeBron James. But it seems like he's going to the Warriors. So
what would his decision press conference be if he went to San Antonio? I'm taking my talents to the Alamo.
Yeah, to the Riverwalk.
I'm taking my talents to Whataburger.
Taking my talents to Chicken Express.
San Antonio
That's some
sucks.
Texas talk for you.
Yeah.
San Antonio does suck. I went one time. You've been to the Riverwalk, right? So they have like this underground river that you can walk around, and that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to walk around there. And we walked, but then the Alamo's downtown, so like you go up from the Riverwalk to the main streets of downtown, and you feel like you're in like RoboCop's Detroit.
Just shooting guys in the dick?
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, now that I think about it, RoboCop, they did shoot in Texas. It was shot in Dallas.
Makes sense.
Detroit.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, it definitely feels like there needs to be a RoboCop to deal with the violence. And
my tourism take after going to Paris again is that every city should have catacombs.
That's true. I went in the catacombs in Edinburgh, Scotland, so that's where you should hit next.
I would love to go to Scotland. Just get hammered for an
Edinburgh,
entire
cool as hell.
trip.
Very cool city. You feel like you're in Harry Potter.
So you go there and just start hating trans people?
Yep.
Start shouting at them? You're
You
not
do.
a woman?
Well,
I'm in Edinburgh, Scotland.
famously, that's where she wrote Harry Potter, the first book in Edinburgh.
That makes sense because obviously from the first book you can tell that she's never met any Asian people. So everything.
Well, there's
that we
like a
loved is
graveyard that
problematic.
has all the character names. Like
Oh,
she
really?
walked around this, yeah, there's a graveyard where there's Tom Riddle and like 3 other ones. So you're like, clearly she got all these names from this graveyard.
So do you think she sat there just staring at the Tom Riddle grave, trying to figure out how to rearrange the letters to sound evil?
I hope so. I hope so, and I hope that she's happy. Do you think she's happy? Probably not, right? That's why she hates trans people.
I mean, that's anyone who's out there tweeting isn't happy, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good point. If you're
Yeah.
on social media, you're probably not happy. Not
is
like
crazy.
lurking, but like if you're on social
It is
media.
crazy, the overlap between people who are out there tweeting and how unhappy people are at the worldview. I'm fine, and I'm not tweeting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't describe myself as fine, but I'm definitely not. I'm not unhappy in that way.
I'm a very happy person, and anyone who tells you differently is just lying.
Yeah,
to you.
least favorite, I'm going to go Tobias Harris.
I got Walker Kessler as my least favorite.
Really?
130 million? 30 million or a year for 4 years. Like, Walker Kessler is a very good piece, but, and I'm sure, Cap's going up or whatever, but he's a very good defensive center who's not going to be a defensive player of the year. He's a very good offensive rebounder, and that's kind of the end of his game. Like, he's a little bit of a lob threat, but not like, just because he's like 7'2". Like, that's why he's a lob threat. And he'll be a good lob piece with Luka. But you have a team already that's suffering in perimeter defense, and you added a big who I do not trust on the perimeter at all.
Yeah. I mean, could also throw in a Reeves Max here. The Reeves Max is tough.
Well, you gotta pay it. You can't just do nothing.
I
What's
am-
gonna
I
happen if
am-
you do nothing? You gotta
right.
pay it.
You're right. I am the you gotta pay it guy. I would rather have Reeves on a max than Reeves not on my team at all for nothing.
Really? Would you?
Yes. Yes.
You would rather?
I don't
you
know
would rather,
why
you'd
is
rather
that
have
so hard to
Reeves.
grasp?
Like right now, the Orlando Magic. Congratulations, Austin Reeves is a free agent. You'd rather pay him a max than have him go somewhere else and get a max?
I would love to have Reeves on the Magic. Oh my god, a ball handler who can score. Holy shit, dude!
You
I
guys
would lose
cr-
my mind. I'd trade
guys-
designated Jalen Suggs. For
You could have
Reeves
traded
right
Anthony
now.
Black and 3 firsts to get LaMelo, and you didn't do it.
That is true. That is true. Actually, we couldn't trade 3 firsts. The Grizzlies have all of them. So
Anthony Black, Jet Howard, and 2 firsts then.
yeah. What's next?
Overrated. You want to hear my overrated contract?
Yeah.
Luke Kennard to the Suns. Luke
A
Kennard.
lot of people are like, great job.
Dude, the Athletic gave this an A+. 2 years, $13 million. Like, A+, like, I get it. It's it's a cheap deal for a guy who's probably going to be a starter on your team or a rotation piece on your team, and that's a good bit of business. But an A+, this guy doesn't move the needle in the Suns' contention one bit. Like,
Yeah.
not even a percentage point. Like, the Suns, if the Suns were plus 500 to win their division going in to the Luke Kennard signing, after the Luke Kennard signing, they should have still been plus 500. It should not have moved the needle at all. So how are people giving it an A+, I guess is why I call it overrated.
Yeah. I guess I would say similarly to Mitchell Robinson, like,
Yeah.
this is a guy who couldn't get on the floor in the NBA Finals against Wemby when Wemby was on the floor. So, like,
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson, it's so weird because he's like a heat check center. And not like as a shooter, but as like a rebounder.
a physical rim runner. Yeah, he's
a
heat
physical
check
rim runner and like a defensive piece. Like, he's like a heat check
every
center.
4 games, you're like, wow, he's got it today. He's rebounding so well.
I will say, this is, it's down bad for Nemias Queta and Luka Garza.
He's a really good rebounder. Among players with at least 5,000 career minutes, Robinson is tied for second in career offensive rebounding rate.
He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
He's tied
Maybe
with
the
Dennis
best in the league.
Rodman for offensive rebounding rate.
The
all time.
worm.
Yeah. The worm.
I think that's good overrated. I think you got the
Yeah.
better overrated between the two of us. But my underrated, in the final category here, Kelly Oubre to the Pacers.
Oh, that was going to be mine.
2 years, $16.5 million. Last
like
year,
Kelly
Kelly
Oubre.
Oubre had a 14.5 and 1.6 while shooting league average from 3. Yeah, I don't know, man. Get him for 8.25 per year on a team that has like tons and tons of pieces that already fit. Just get another guy who could put balls into the net. I like this a lot. I think this is a really good contract for Indiana.
Shit. Now I have to think of a new one.
You don't have to think of a new one. You could just
fuck.
pick Kelly Oubre too.
Yeah, I was going to pick Kelly Oubre too. Man, damn. You took mine. Yeah, I got nothing to say. Kelly Oubre is good at basketball and is a good rotation player, and that's a good contract. And yeah, good job. Great.
I feel like you and I combined, starting next season, are going to watch like 10 of the Pacers' first 30 games.
Yeah.
and we're either gonna be all in or all out after those 10 games. We almost need to put it on the docket to come on after the Pacers' first like 25 games or whatever, and just do a Pacers review. Especially because we watched so much Pacers last year. When they were terrible.
That is true. We watched so much Pacers last year.
What a time to be alive! What a time to be alive.
Has Halliburton recovered from shingles yet?
I don't know. Did anyone watch the last WWE pay-per-view to see if he was there? They'll let us know if he's recovered.
I do have a least favorite signing actually that we haven't talked about yet. That is, it's a re-signing.
Who you got?
Andrew Wiggins. Re-signed
I almost
for
had
3 years, $64 million.
Yeah, I know what we're doing then.
How old is Andrew Wiggins?
33?
I guess they had to re-sign somebody. They need bodies on that roster. But
yeah, I think he's 33.
Yeah, he is 31. He's only 31. I just assumed he was washed. Wow.
Maple Jordan.
Maple Jordan. Still,
only 1 year older than me.
Still out there. But yeah, he has not been good in Miami. It was like that one elite Golden State year where he was an elite.
Dude, 2022. It's like the most peak year that I can ever remember from.
It wasn't even his best year statistically in the NBA.
But the playoffs were his best year statistically in the NBA during that run. Yeah. By the way, ESPN had a poll from 6 hours ago about which East team made the best move. Your candidates are trading for Kawhi, trading for Giannis, trading for Jaylen, or trading for PG-13. You want to guess the vote share and people saying that trading for PG-13 was the best move an East team made?
It's got to be at least 1%. Probably,
it's 4%.
Oh, my God.
4% of 7,520 voters said trading for Paul George. I can't believe Bill Simmons voted that many times. That's wild.
I can't wait for that podcast. I've never anticipated a podcast more.
Except for every time that you and I record a podcast, right?
Well, not to listen to, to listen to.
Got it. I was going to talk about LeBron and landing spots for LeBron, but I feel like we did plenty of that during the podcast.
Real quick, who do you think? Just give me a rubber stamp.
Who do I think?
Yeah.
I think quietly it's going to be either New York or Cleveland. Who do I want? Golden State or Minnesota. Or Denver.
I've been hearing some Miami chatter.
I don't know, man.
Bring him back.
That's just like
another Miami's
always in these conversations. I don't know. Is that fun? Is like Andrew Wiggins and Giannis and LeBron and Davion Mitchell, is that fun? And Bam Adebayo?
It's more fun than no LeBron on that team.
It is more fun than no LeBron.
What's the most fun LeBron team? It's Minnesota, right? That would be
Minnesota,
the most fun
yeah, because it'd just be like it would be LaMelo Ball passing to LeBron, who like throws a cross-court pass to Jaden McDaniels, who hits a corner three or something like that, and just Anthony Edwards dunking. It'd be super fun.
The Warriors is probably the second most fun, just from pure, I think, damn, it's LeBron and Steph.
I think that's like, for me, tier 1 is Minnesota, and I'm biased, obviously. Tier 2 is Golden State and Denver.
Has Steph Curry passed Durant at this point as the second best player of that generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's LeBron number 1, Curry number 2, right?
Yeah, I think so. LeBron's the LeBron's best player of the last two generations too. He's the best.
Peak Durant is probably better than Curry, but
Curry's career and Curry's impact.
Career and impact and cultural impact too is way higher.
Yeah. And he's just more likable. That's kind of the core of it.
It just seems like everyone roots for him.
And here's the thing: right. Kevin Durant is a Washington Commanders fan, and I still can't find myself rooting for him.
That's tough. I thought he was from Texas. How's he a Commanders fan?
He went to Texas. He grew up in the D.C. area.
Oh, okay. Like Caleb Williams.
Just like Caleb Williams. Future Washington Commander, Caleb Williams, question mark?
I guess that would mean Jaden Daniels is a bust, which I think that's where you're at, right? Jaden Daniels is going to be bad from now on. That's the energy you've been providing.
It really depends on how I feel in the morning. I really fluctuate between them. I just want to say
all in. That I'm like Caleb Williams MVP incoming.
I don't have a positive sports bone in my body. I'm such a pessimist when it comes to sports.
This last Bears season is like set me up for if they win like 8 games and Caleb doesn't look that good this year, like I'm gonna be down bad. It's gonna be tough.
Well, we're putting out a podcast on Monday, the 26 questions about the 2026 NFL season, and maybe the Bears come up a few times in there.
Oh, good. I can't wait to listen to it.
That's such a deadpan read.
I listen to Townland. I don't listen to hockey podcasts.
You don't want to know about, whatever new contract got signed by Sergei Bobrovsky?
He was on the Florida Panthers.
He was. He no longer is. Now the Florida Panthers goalie, they traded for someone who I can't remember now. My brain's too fried. Anyways,
wasn't it the Devils goalie? I don't know.
Yeah, they traded from Markstrom.
I just remember it because of our text chat. People
Yep,
going on
Markstrom.
about
Good call.
Yeah, nailed it.
And then Bobrovsky went and signed with Toronto. Let's do Rookie of the Year. Well, probably not great because Bobrovsky's 40 years old and hasn't been good in 2 years. Very Toronto move.
Sorry.
Rookie of the Year, you're going Debanza?
Yeah, Darren Peterson isn't going to get enough shots. It's probably going to be a weird year for him. Like that Jazz team has a lot of mouths to feed because they're actually decent. They might actually
one
be
less
good.
now.
I think Cam Boozer on the Grizzlies has an argument, but I don't think he has the pure like numbers off the bat type of energy.
And he's not going to be like a highlight package guy. Like Cam Boozer is just like he's just like a workman who's going to play 20 years in the NFL, not NFL, the NBA.
And look, I know we all hate Trae Young now and think he's bad at basketball, but like he does average like 10 assists per game, and so a few of those are got to go to Debanza. So just it's always whoever scored the most as a rookie.
Just to be different, I'll go Cam Boozer, just so we're not picking the same guy.
Caleb Wilson, like he's going to get touches in Chicago, but I can't imagine that team is going to be interesting enough to do it.
It's can Tiago Splitter turn Caleb Wilson into a Rookie of the Year?
Caleb Williams.
Into Caleb Williams. Hopefully not into Caleb Williams.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he didn't win Rookie of the Year. It was a tough season. The rookie season was tough.
Yeah, that's the one where Jane Daniels played in the NFC Conference Championship. So
yeah, remember that?
That'll be the last time I ever see them there. It's crazy. We're both gonna die never seeing our teams win a championship. Isn't that crazy? Oh, you're a Dodgers fan. You've seen so many championships in your time as a Dodgers fan.
I'm barely a Dodgers fan, though. I'm a bandwagon Dodgers fan. It doesn't count. I think the only two teams that would actually matter to me winning a championship are the Bears and the Magic. Yeah, I grew up a White Sox fan, and then the White Sox won 30 games, and I moved to LA, and I was like, I'm a Dodgers fan now.
I know you got out just at the wrong time. Now they got a guy there that they call the Southside Samurai that hates when they call him the Southside Samurai.
Why? Because of racism? Because it's racist to say that?
Because of racism. That's probably why. Probably because they saw an Asian player and went samurai.
At least he's Japanese. It's better than if he was like a Chinese baseball player.
Yeah, if he was from Indonesia and they called him the Southside Samurai. Yeah. You got any plugs? You got anything coming out? Anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
You sell T-shirts online or anything?
I don't have a hustle. According to my mom, I don't have that kind of hustle. I just,
You're not part of the grind culture.
Yeah, no grind set mindset for me.
You do have a grind set mindset. You're grinding out those 4 pages a day. It's part of the reason you keep yelling at me over text.
I got more pages done last year than this year. Not good.
Well, that's because we're only halfway through the year.
It's true.
Yeah. Plenty of time. Just like how I'm probably going to hit 300 movies this year. Isn't that crazy? 300 movies.
It is crazy.
It is crazy. That's too many movies.
If you watch all the Jackass movies in one night, that would probably help.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch After the Hunt.
It's disgusting. It's diabolical.
I'm seeing Maddie's Secret tomorrow.
I've heard that's cool.
Yeah, seeing Maddie's Secret, seeing Rose of Nevada, The Invite, and The Odyssey.
I want to see The Invite too. Yeah.
I
want to see The Invite too.
Well, if that's all you got here, since we don't do shout-outs on the way out the door here, can I just, on the way out, for the people, can I read you Jaylen Brown's recent tweet where he put out his press statement about leaving Boston?
I would love to hear it.
Jaylen Brown. The relationships I built here, the battles we fought together, the championship we brought to the city, and the connections I share with the fans, I'll carry on with me. Saying goodbye isn't easy when you're invested your heart into something. I'm big on respect, and actions speak louder than words. To the people of Boston, thank you. To the community I built here, I love you. And to the Shitfaz, we are locked in for life. What the fuck? As one chapter closes, another begins. I'm excited for what's ahead and grateful for the opportunity to join Philadelphia. Every city has its own identity, its own passion, and its own expectations. I respect that, and I look forward to earning that respect the only way I know how, through hard work. Philly, hashtag throw the ball up, let's get at it. And like that.
All right. Hashtag throw the ball up.
Hashtag throw the ball up. Oh God.